welcome to episode 24.
24, like Jack Bauer, bitch.
Of the Stank Space Podcast. On film, on audio format.
With an official professional sign.
Yes.
Letting you know where you're at. And letting you know that today's a special episode because it's 24. One of the greatest cop shows of all time. I don't know. I guess he's more badass than a cop, huh? Badass action show, 24. Where Jack Bauer has like 24 hours or whatever to like save the world and shit. And he does it every time.
Yeah.
And maybe not sometimes. It ran for a while though.
Yeah.
It might still be running. Pretty sure it's not.
Shout out.
You guys might be able to hear the demon child. He's in his playpen, his cage. The only thing that can hold him, honestly.
Yeah.
It's like a steel cage that they use when they put divers down in the ocean for sharks.
Yeah.
You know how much that cost me? I had to buy that shit and then convert it into a crib because it's the only thing he wouldn't break. And he breaks stuff, especially on our podcast.
Yes.
Yeah. So, anyway, like I was saying, 24 being epic. We love ourselves some good ASMR, and we love ourselves some epic dope, this fucking cool actiony stuff. And so we decided we were going to talk about spy stuff, or like art thieves and other cool things like that, while we paint art for this wall back here.
Art.
Get yourself some art, son.
So I'm starting off with a pencil, but Nick isn't. He's just going straight for paint.
Maybe I will use a pencil. Who knows?
You know what? You can do whatever you want, but you told me you weren't going to use a pencil. I mean, is that considered using a pencil? Look at the camera. Show them.
As you can see,
considered?
I think it works. Yeah. You think I could?
Yes. Make sure you sit up a little bit. Yeah. Now you have to paint that.
Nothing. Nothing at all. So I'll use the pencil normally.
So you did show me a video. I'm completely uneducated.
I'm excited. It's just this cool art heist that I found when we decided that we were going to do this. Mm-hmm. It is the tale of two bros who stole $500 million worth of art from a museum and got away with it in 1990. To this day, no one knows who they are or where the art is. Mm-hmm. One of them was a $500 million. I think I said $1,000. $500 million worth of art. One of them was a $200 million Rembrandt that they got away with. But they didn't know their art because, according to the police, they could have stolen like way more expensive shit. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I thought it was really cool because it reminded me. Two bros means it reminded me of us and how we would steal a lot of art, but not know which ones were the most valuable. Yeah. So it really stuck to me. I decided I would tell that story. And what are you going to talk about today? I'm
going to talk about this movie. It's called Catch That Kid.
Catch That Kid?
Shout out to your nostalgia if you've heard of that movie. Uh-huh. You may have watched it when you were younger, maybe in your teenage years.
What year was it?
I have no idea.
We have no idea what year it is. That's okay. I don't even know where this robbery took place. I just totally blanked on where. And we don't bring notes onto this podcast.
Yeah, we don't need to. I don't think we do need to bring notes, but most of the things
I do notes and edit.
Talking about will be linked in the description. We're actually going to get links this time, I promise. I will make sure that he gets the links if he posts it.
We're not going to.
Or I will pester him.
We're not going to.
Until he cannot ever
it's not happening.
live a minute without me sending him a message asking for the links.
Hey, it's me, Editor Jillian. I don't have any links. So, thanks for watching.
Joe Rogan doesn't use links. I'm not going to use links. I may not be as cool as Joe Rogan, but we will someday. We'll be on the Joe Rogan podcast someday.
I think that would be really nerve-wracking.
Yeah, because it'll be for something not cool. It'll be for, like, us embarrassing ourselves and getting memed hardcore.
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
Yes. And he's like, so you guys are the podcast that sucks. And we're like, sure.
We are the podcast that sucks. Hello. That'd be epic. Could we dress as Joker and do Fortnite dances?
Yes.
On Joe Rogan podcast? I don't play Fortnite enough. I don't know how to do Fortnite dance.
Neither do I. I don't play Fortnite at all.
As you can see, this episode is once again sponsored by Polar Pop.
It's not.
Thank you, Circle K, for keeping me hydrated with a massive amount of Dr. Pepper. Way more than a person should drink for $1. Yes. That's for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. So, you want to talk about your movie first, or should I talk about the art heist?
Let's talk about the art heist because...
Sick.
You'll put a realistic view on what actually happened, and then I'll tell what bullshit. And it may be inaccurate.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm going to do my best to remember it.
It's going to be great hearing you stumble through the memories of an old movie from Disney Channel.
Yeah.
That is... Does Disney Plus have those old movies? I bet it does. They got everything Disney, right?
I'm sure they
Disney
do.
owns everything.
I gotta find it. I'm pretty sure it's a...
We should watch Secret Agent Cody Banks. Now that's a classic, bro.
Yes.
But speaking of epic heist, art heist, Nick, you should talk about it first. I'm going to go ahead and talk about the art heist first, since, you told me to.
Yeah.
And what we're going to talk about is how two what sound like just dum-dums had a friend on the inside and broke in. So here's the story. It is like March 18th, I think, when this goes down in 1990.
Okay.
I don't remember where. It's an art museum. It only had 2 security guards in there, even though there was like hundreds of millions of dollars worth of like art. Not just paintings, like other art. Only 2 security guards at night, yeah. One of these security guards is named Richard. The other is just a poor man caught in the middle. I'm not going to say his name.
Richard.
Just Richard, yeah. The other guy, the guy that the police suspect is the inside man, his name's Richard. Why? Why would they suspect Richard? Is it because the nickname for Richard is Dick? Maybe. Don't name your kid Richard.
He'll turn into a dick.
An art thieving dick. So let's figure out. Let's go through this. All right. So Richard is on duty, and he told the police that he would regularly come in like drunk and high and stuff, which is kind of funny.
Okay.
You just tell the police that. But on the night of the robbery, he said he was sober. Don't know why he would be like, yeah, normally I'm drunk or high, but tonight I was sober. Yeah. That makes no sense. But anyway, if you're a security guard, you probably shouldn't drink and smoke the dibbers and then go to work. I'd be too freaked out by all the weird museum stuff. Yeah. Could you imagine being in a museum at night and you're fried and you're walking around and all the people in the paintings are looking at you and shit?
Oh yeah, I would cry. I would cry 3 times. I swear to God. No, if
I would cry 3 times.
If
I like
was
that.
In a night at the museum scenario where things started coming alive and talking to me, I would...
We apologize for the rude baby interruption.
As I was saying, Richard is suspected because of how shit went down and video evidence and stuff that the police found later.
So actual physical video evidence.
Yes.
And he's like, no, it didn't happen. I'm like...
yeah.
I'm like, sir?
Pretty much. He's like, oh, I don't remember it. And the police are like, okay, I guess we can't arrest you because we can't prove it. Mm-hmm. But the video evidence was him a week before the event, or a day before the robbery. He was he randomly let some dude in when people weren't supposed to be there and gave him a tour. And the tour is the same room, or the same rooms that all the robbers hit. Mm-hmm. And they know all the robbers hit because there are motion sensors that they can track. The one fatal flaw with this museum is that none of the alarms that got set off by the robbers were set to go to the police station.
Yeah.
They're just set to go to the security desk, and the security guards weren't there because both of them were handcuffed in the basement.
Now,
and
how did that happen?
How did Richard, an innocent security guard, get handcuffed in the basement, Jill? Who has handcuffs, Jill?
Sir? It was the police.
Exactly. Yeah, these 2 robber dudes dressed up as police came up. It wasn't March. Is it March 19th? Is that St. Patrick's Day in 1990? Anyway,
that'd be interesting.
I think St. Patrick's Day is March 14th or March 17th. whatever day is St. Patrick's Day. Edit it in right now.
Bum, bum, bum.
So yeah. So the security guard, Richard says he let the two policemen in, even though he's not supposed to let anyone in, especially without being told that someone was coming. Because it was St. Patrick's Day, there were St. Patrick's Day parties going on, and the police said that they had like a report of like some drunken, disorderly people in the vicinity, and they wanted to check it out. So Richard says he let them in because they're police, and it makes sense that you would let them in.
Yeah.
And suddenly, he is told that he fits the profile of someone with a warrant. Ooh. And they put handcuffs on him and arrest him. Other security guard, he doesn't have let's give him a good name.
Security card boy.
Yeah, his name will be Boy.
Security card boy.
Security guard boy. Yeah.
So what did security guard boy do?
You know, we'll just call him Boy for short.
Okay.
So Boy comes around the corner, and he sees other security guard Richard handcuffed and sitting there. That's when the police handcuff Boy.
Okay.
And then they put them in the basement of the museum. And then they have 81 minutes all to themselves. That's how long they took. They could have took longer. 2 trips to their car that they parked outside. Mm-hmm. And it was 12 paintings. All of them crazy expensive. The most expensive being a $200 million painting. That was a Rembrandt. It was called The Party? Is that what it's called?
I don't know, man.
Ooh, edit it in.
Again, another edit in.
And we're going to throw up all the cool paintings, too, so you can see them all. Oh, look at that one. That one's sick. Oh, awesome. Oh,
you seen
what?
This one?
That's weird. That's not a painting. That's a weird fucking vase-looking thing. And that's an eagle on a stick that they took.
Steagle.
And then here's the super expensive painting I was talking about. Maybe it's called The Party. Maybe it's called The Dance. Something weird like that. The Dance is a Garth Brooks song. It's really good. Garth Brooks is the best. It's a little weird and creepy. Love you, Garth.
I like that.
But yeah, and then they rode off into the night. In the morning, police arrive. Mm-hmm. They find the 2 guards. They question them. They find out all this weird shit about Richard, like he opened one of the locked back doors up for a little bit while the car was parked. The robbers were parked in their car outside of the store before the robbery for like an hour.
Okay.
During that hour, Richard opened a locked door, left it open for a few minutes, came back and closed it. And he said that was because the museum told him that that's how you reset the lock on the door to make sure it's locked. Which I can attest to. I work security for a place with minors that go there for athletic training. Let's say that. That's good. That's good. And that is what you have to do to reset some door, like outer doors that lock. You know, you just open it, close it, and make sure it's locked. Mm-hmm. And that's what he said he did. But I think the thing that they found was weird is that he kind of left it open for a minute or two. Mm-hmm. And then he closed it instead of just opening it and closing it and making sure it's locked. Like, if you're guarding a building and there's only one other dude, you're not going to, like, leave an entrance open at night, like, and then just stand there or do whatever while there's a... Anyway, it's just suspicious, right? But so he was able to write that off by saying, that's what the company taught me to do, and they're like, technically we did. Then he gave that guy that tour. I talked about that earlier. He gave a random guy a tour, and all the rooms he hit were the same rooms that they hit and took art from. And they the worst part is that they cut the fucking paintings out of the frame. They had all the time in the world. Like, I know they
couldn't take the frames.
That's what, like, the frames could be bugged and tracked, right? So that's why you cut the painting out, but it's like you couldn't flip it over and remove it.
Yeah.
Like, you had to cut it out. But I guess, like, if you think you're not going to have a lot of time, then you'll do what you got to do to get as much as you can. And they took some Chinese, I don't want to say it's a vase, but it looks like a vase to me. And I'll tell you what it is in edit. And they took a Napoleon era statue of an eagle that would like go on a flag.
Okay. Yeah.
Those were like the big items, and a lot of paintings, a lot of really expensive paintings by a lot of big painters. Mm-hmm. And they just got in their car and they drove away. And like I said, the police arrived in the morning. They questioned Richard, all this other stuff. Yeah. And they couldn't arrest him for anything, so he got away.
Mm-hmm.
Richard got away for free. I don't know what he's up to now. But as of today, as far as I know, there's a $10 million reward for anyone who can help the authorities find this art.
Oofy.
And no one
Oofy
has
doofy.
since 1990, which is now 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Priceless fucking art, too. Like, one of a kinds, originals.
I mean...
And they got away? Like, do you sell that? And if you do sell it, like, you gotta find someone who's not gonna snitch on you.
Yeah, you'd have to sell it on, like, the black market kind of
The black
stuff.
market of art. You gotta go on the dark web in 1990.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to. I don't think the dark web was a thing in 1990. Was
No,
it?
It's something like it, no.
Take a guess now.
There's probably, like, a...
If you picked this answer, you're right.
I don't want to look stupid on camera.
That's our job.
Sir?
But we do it for them.
I'm actually ready for paint.
Okay.
So
So paint it up then.
This pink. I think it's pink. It's called Rose Bright Red.
Rose
so it's,
Bright
It's
Red.
probably not pink.
Bright
Don't know. I'm going to go with it. Cool,
We're going to pause right here so Jill can go get a paper plate to put paint on. And that's an eagle on a stick. Now you need to tell me about this amazing Disney movie.
Yes.
Who's a star that you can remember?
Kristen.
We're calling this segment Jillian Tells Me About a Movie from 100% from her memory.
Yes.
We did not look it up. She's just telling me from memory, and it's going to be great.
I want that as a title screen.
Yep.
I expect you to do that.
Jillian tells a movie from memory.
Beautiful.
Good intro,
All
right?
Yes. Okay. Hello. Welcome to Jillian Tells a Movie in Memory. And so, listen, there was a movie, and it was called Catch That Kid, and it was about a girl who was played by Kristen Stewart, I think is her name. She also played Bella and Toya, right?
Boom, as I say.
Exactly.
It's probably her most recognized. Although she was a Charlie's Angel. She is a Charlie's Angel now, right?
I don't know.
She's in the new Charlie's Angels. The one that bombed.
I don't know.
That everyone laughed at on Twitter.
I don't.
Because that's what happens when you remake movies that don't need to be remade.
I don't know.
Sonic did good.
Yeah, Sonic did do good. I didn't hear that. So that's great.
Yeah.
So she is, like, kind of the main character. She is the main character. And she has a dad. Ooh, great.
Got him.
And the dad is actually suffering from cancer. Boo. Not good.
Boo.
Yeah, no cancer.
That fucking sucks.
Yeah. And I think
Fuck you,
I think
cancer.
it's cancer. And her mom works at a bank. Oh.
Ooh.
What could that mean?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, it's the mom is like, we can't afford to get the surgery he needs to fix the cancer.
That's amazingly believable, Jillian. I'm really proud of you. That's great acting, for real.
And listen,
I'm
I'll
instilled.
need your attitude.
I'm enthralled. Continue.
And so the girl's like, I gotta get money to have my dad. And there's two boys. And to get the two boys to help her, guess what she does?
Sends them nudes.
No.
Oh.
So she flirts with both of them, gives them each a half of a locket. It's this, like, gives him one half. She pretends she has the other one. Gives,
Oh, the other guy, the other. So they both have
the same locket.
Okay.
Halves.
Nice. So they're in love with each
no.
other for real. So is that the story?
Yeah.
She makes two boys be in gay love?
Yeah. and
Nice.
And then they find out and they get really mad. So they
Yes.
don't. So they're like, we're not gonna do the bank with you. Mind you, somehow they got
Wait.
hired.
Wait.
We're not-
Why are they robbing a bank?
To save the father for the cancer.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I told you that. So we're not going to do bank with you. But mind you, they somehow got an entire blueprint of the entire bank.
Yeah, of course, as
Somehow.
one would.
Yeah, they come back. Oh, I'm gonna move this so we can see the sign.
Of course.
Nice. Okay. So they come back,
Uh-huh.
and it's like okay, let's go do this. So they go start doing it, and they get in the disguises, and they're robbing the bank. And
Disguises.
Yeah, so they use, like, lasers
Hell
to
As
like,
one would.
And tiny toy cars. Like, no. Like, this is so unrealistic.
Bro, don't be such a... Look, I 100% believe a group of genius children with access to immense technology could, and with them, that is on the level of lasers and toy cars, they definitely could rob a bank. 100%.
No, I disagree.
Keep going. I'm going to prove you wrong.
So, in the end, they take it, they get away, or at least they think they get away. They go to the hospital where her dad's fucking dying. And
Fucking
she's
dying.
Like, oh my god, I have the cash. Like, no way they let you walk into a hospital with big duffel bags in like spy gear.
Oh, definitely not now. That's a shooter. That's a shooter
Yeah.
right there. You got to stop them, especially if they're a young white teen.
Anyway.
So continue. They walked in to shoot up the hospital and save their dad.
So the mom finds them, and they're like,
We robbed the fucking bank, Mom.
She's like, why would you?
Yeah.
Anyway, in the end, the dad's saved by
the bank money.
people. Yeah, because everybody found out about it. And the end of the story is that you should rob a bank to save your dad.
If he's got cancer.
Yeah.
Now, I can't help but think immediately, first off, the only reason they didn't get their ass beat is because their mom was white. Right off the bat, the mom's white.
Yeah.
Or at least, okay, not even that, because my mama beat my ass, and she would definitely beat my ass for robbing a bank, even if it was to save my cancer dad. Mm-hmm. They're an upper class white mom. So it's like, you get sent to the corner if you scream, fuck you, Mom, you fucking dumb bitch. Timmy, go to the corner right now.
Timmy, I am not having this. This is not okay.
And he's screaming, and she's like, this is what you get. You get punished. And he's like, fucking throwing shit around, robbing banks. So anyway.
Yeah.
So they save their dad.
Yeah, they save the dad, and that's the whole story. It's so stupid.
That is. And that's when she meets the vampire?
No. All of her movies are all just continuations of her first movies ever?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Isn't that a thing with Johnny Depp or some shit?
No, but I think that would be cool.
Alright. And now we're going to talk about... the reason why I was bringing up Garrett is because we talked about the coronavirus.
Yes.
We got a little Alex Jonesy with it.
Mm-hmm.
We also talked about Nazi stuff, which is great, and we're going to do that some more. But two things. One, we're going to update you about the coronavirus, which Jillian has given a dumb name. Whatever the fuck she said. I'm going to call it coronavirus. And so we've got something coming in the mix. Do you remember way back in the early days of our podcast, a year ago, when we did something called Dark Space?
Yes.
Which is where we made episodes focused on serial killers and spooky supernatural stuff and conspiracies.
Yes.
Guess what, beach? And
what?
beaches.
Oh. What?
Stank beaches.
Stank beaches.
That can be Jillian's followers, are the Stank beaches.
Hi, what's up, Stank beaches?
And mine are the Stank babies, because Daddy loves you. And this is a cult, but it's not a bad one. You just have to give us all your money and get in a magic spaceship and take off after drinking some delicious Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Is that allowed to be said on YouTube?
I don't know.
Can we joke about the Jonestown Massacre?
Hey, YouTube, if that's not good, just say, let me know, and I'll fix it right away.
You think maybe it's because Kool-Aid gets mad?
Kool-Aid gets...
Do you think that, like, Kool-Aid hates that? It's not. It wasn't Kool-Aid, was it? It wasn't Kool-Aid. It was some dumb version that's probably not even around anymore now because of that.
It was...
We'll look it up and put it here.
Schmoolade.
Anyway, so we're gonna bring back Dark Space. We're gonna be calling it Conspiracy Corner.
Ooh,
And
I
Garrett
love
will
that.
probably join us for a few episodes every once in a while because he's a great guest. I love having him on.
Shout out.
I need his Alex Jones-like brain to be
Yes.
on this one. And we're gonna start throwing that around because I loved it, and now that we've kind of figured out where we're at, we can totally do it, and it'll still be fun to do.
I love it. I'm here for a 222%.
Yes, sir. So you hear that, Garrett? Garrett fucking Pelton, you little Hitler youth.
Ooh, very
Now let's
funny,
get on
very funny.
to the coronavirus.
The coronavirus.
It isn't as crazy and dangerous as people make it out to be.
Yeah.
So, if you're not extremely old, if you're healthy, and you can rock it, and you're not a doctor or a nurse, just wash your hands. Try not to let anyone cough on you. Don't be a dick to people. Don't be racist to someone because they look Asian,
That is
which
the
we've been
dumbest
seeing
shit I've
a
been hearing.
lot of.
Yes, that is the most ridiculous thing I have been hearing. Ridiculous. How dare you?
Yeah.
How dare you?
Like, even if it's just for a joke, maybe not, because people are dying. Maybe it's not necessary to joke about it right now. And you know us, we love comedy. We think all things are funny if you can make it funny. Or at least I respect all comedy. And I respect the fact that not everyone has similar comedy taste, but I believe everything can be made fun of. And I believe it's a comedian's job to test borders. But if you're not a comedian, or you're just making jokes out of racism or being a dick, stop it. Get some help. Michael Jordan style.
Please and thank you, sir. Or madam.
Yeah.
Or them. Whatever you want to identify as. Because we're...
Next episode will probably be, unless something horrible happens, at Jillian's place. And you'll get to see her crib for the first time. Because we recorded our, 10th episode special?
I don't remember.
And that was the first time we had Jared and Tori on. We'll repeat that eventually. Probably for, what is this, episode 24? So next episode will be episode 25. Also, we've been doing this for a year now.
Yeah.
A little more now, but
Year anniversary.
this is our year anniversary, which is another reason why we're painting and just doing whatever the fuck we want, like usual,
Yeah.
because we're pieces of shit.
No, we're great people. I don't want it stopped.
Well, either way, we're now in an argument with Jared because he says I don't enjoy Minecraft.
Yeah, we were talking about Minecraft.
I'm throwing up in my mouth.
Because I've been really enjoying it, and I need a buddy, dude. You gotta get it on PC so we can play.
I don't enjoy Minecraft. I don't have a PC. I have a laptop that you gave me because I'm a fucking boomer.
Well, you can probably... I've had Minecraft on that. It's not too bad. You just gotta figure out the settings. So
Okay, boomer. Okay, boomer.
Okay, boomer. Okay, boomer.
I mean, like, we could definitely play Minecraft. I used to
We
play
could
it. I don't
stream
play it very
Minecraft.
much. We could if I got a computer when I have $1
Like
billion.
this video if you think we should do a gaming video.
Okay, we just jump cut to this probably. Go ahead and show yours first. Explain it. Talk about your piece.
But it is Stank Space. Can you not shine so bright? It says Stank and Space or Bust.
Stank space or bus.
You fucking
Hell yeah.
loser. Oh.
You got some kind of cool like Prince symbol for the T.
Yeah, I added arrows to the end of each letter. It looks kind of cool. Here's a gooder picture.
Sick. Thanks, Joe. Here's my painting.
Oh my god.
It's our stink ship. That's definitely not a bowl flying through the air. We're in it. And those are planets. And one of them is gold, which is why it's so shiny.
Yes.
Boom!
Beautiful,
Boom, boom, boom,
beautiful.
boom, boom!
And
Happy 1
if
year
you
anniversary,
played
bro.
along, if you sat with us and you painted with us,
Yeah.
please, we have social media with Instagram. We have.
Tag us. We'll pick a
tag us
winner.
on Instagram. We have.
We'll talk about how
Facebook.
cool you
Send
are.
it to us. DM us. Be like, hey, how's your day? One of us will answer.
You want to
Might
be
not
immortalized
me.
on the internet by two fucking doofuses?
Yeah. Whatever you want to do.
Paint something stank space themed. Send it to us.
Yes.
not the art. You know, just tag us in it and post it online, and then
Call
we'll
us. Don't
show
call
it.
us.
Talk about how cool you are. Throw your Twitter handle on.
We'll give you a shout out. We'll be like, look at this.
Look at this fucking cool person that made some fucking cool art.
Yes.
Pretty sick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. I think it's time to say bye.
Bye.